What's up, guys? Welcome to the RCX show. Thanks for checking out this episode. Please do me a favor real quick before we get started and hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video. And if you really support me, jump on over to Patreon and subscribe to either the $3 or the $5 level. That's going to get you access to a new EP of songs every month from me, new songs. It's going to get you early access to the podcast, early access to music videos, exclusive content like music videos, behind the scenes, all this stuff. So go check it out. And of course, hit me up on Facebook, IG, all that stuff at Official RCX. And let's get to the RCX show. What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 11 of the RCX show, featuring my dude, Nyro the Madman. How you doing, bro?
What is up, y'all? I'm doing good, man.
Dude, that's good. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Real quick, before we get started, because we got a lot to talk about, please give me any plugs you have, anything that, coming up, coming out, anything like that.
Well, let's see. I got the Wicked Calligraphy Tour with Insane Poetry I'll be out on February. Then I got my own tour in March. Then, if COVID permitting, we'll be going out to Australia in April. We got Class's release party in DFW on April 10th. But most importantly, I just dropped a new album.
Hell yeah.
Everybody needs to go check that out. It's called Lost. It's by Nyro the Madman.
Yes, fuck yes, y'all do. Yeah, absolutely. And I checked it out myself, dude. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Real quick, give everybody all your IG and all that stuff too. The IG, Facebook.
IG, Twitter is Nyro the Madman. Facebook is the real Nyro the Madman. Yeah, that's it.
Dope. All right,
yeah.
Perfect. And of course, Funny Farm Records, right? For everybody.
Funny Farm Records, always.
Hell yeah. So let's jump into the fucking album, bro. The new album, Lost, bro. I checked it out. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of cool shit on there. I want to just get right started talking about it. The first jam on there that I was really fucking with was a party song, bro. I dug that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like right up my alley.
That's a track I did with Class from LSP, and it's a pretty good track, pretty solid track. I performed it on tour before we even released the album. My tour with it was my headlining tour back in October, and it went over so well. So we're probably going to make a music video for that. Also, we're going to rent out a bar and let all our homies from the scene just party it up in that bar for that.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, no, that shit was jamming for sure. And then, I think the next track even was pretty dope. Nasty Bitch, bro. That shit was like your stripper song, bro. I fucked with that heavily.
Yeah, it was both those songs. The album, we wanted to capture the ups and downs artists go through, all the way from the partying to the performing, to the trouble we have with our families, to the mental and emotional stuff we go through, and it's always an up and down feeling, and we wanted to start it off with some of the more uppity stuff, some of the stuff you go through that may seem like fun, but in the end it actually causes a lot of drama and like a lot of trouble in your career as an artist. It came out as really fun tracks, and that's how it is when you experience those things as an artist. But you realize after a while, after so much partying, after so many crazy women and all that stuff, it becomes more of a hindrance than an actual fun thing to deal with.
Yeah, no, dude, definitely. And that I was definitely feeling on a lot of these tracks. And one of the ones I was really jamming with, like the other standout to me was that track Coffin, dude. That shit was pretty bumping, bro.
That one was really personal, man. As you know, I'm not just an artist. I promote. I'm a booking agent. I do all kinds of stuff. And the genre that I mostly work in, which is underground hip hop and horrorcore and stuff like that, it is a dying genre. Mm-hmm. It has a very niche crowd, and that's why a lot of my songs, you'll notice that my newer stuff is not just horrorcore. It's kind of underground hip hoppy to widen my fan base.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes that I'm the only one really contributing to keeping it alive, particularly in our state. And it's not really like that, but sometimes I feel like I'm the only one giving it 110%, while everybody else wants to just capitalize on that.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I was going through I was real bitter when I originally wrote that song, because I felt like I was helping revive a scene that was ultimately dead in Texas. And then for some people to just trash talk me behind my back, and then try to still get on these shows. Mm-hmm. It was very personal and a very bitter song where I was like, fuck you guys, I can still do this myself. And it was just one of those feelings where I felt like a lot of these people that were friends, I realized weren't really my friends. And it was a enlightening moment. At the same time, it made me feel very bitter.
Sure. Well, dude, no, that one was jamming though, and it's nice to have that fucking insight on it because it's pretty dope. Fucking in the title track "Lost," dude, that shit was. I mean, the beat on that hoe was like funky as fuck, bro. I was jamming that motherfucker like. Super, dude, I love that shit. It was like some 9 Inch Nails shit, like mixed with some corn, bro. I love it.
People didn't expect that at all.
Hell yeah. No, dude, it's different. I fuck with it though.
So that track actually was produced by Monoxide from Twisted. And as you know, a lot of their newer stuff has kind of a rock vibe to it. And it was just it clicked with me. It's not one of my favorite tracks personally on the album, but it was something so different from what I normally do that I feel like a lot of people noticed it because of that. It gave people an idea that I have a little bit more range than just the typical boom bap style that I have done. And a lot of this album actually did that because I did a lot of trap style stuff too, like with Party and
oh yeah, definitely
Nasty Bitch and stuff like that. Party actually, while we're at it, was produced by Godsith, who also works with M&E. And Nasty Bitch, that actually was a beat I made. So yeah, man, it was this whole album just had a lot of different stuff, which was great because it helped represent the ups and the downs that you go through.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that was one thing I was going to come to was like who all produced on this album, because I know you produce yourself, you do some tracks too, but like I know you had some other people on there as well. So like who all you got on this?
So hold on one second. No problem. I'm eating while I'm doing this because I'm a terrible person.
You're good, man.
And I'm on keto, so I'm always hungry. So I produced a few things, and then I produced Nasty Bitch. I produced Coffin. I produced Broken Dreams.
Shout out.
Yeah. Opie, who
Angel
also helps me keep stuff going, and Angel has an amazing voice and such range.
That's right.
So and I think there were one or two others that I produced on it. I can't remember, but Godsynth produces on here, and Monoxide. So it's Monoxide, Godsynth, and me are the producers on the album. And then Delusion actually did the intro and outro ambiance.
Yeah.
And he also mixed, mastered, and recorded all the vocals.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So like one of the other ones that stood out to me a lot was the track Haters, bro. That shit, I really was fucking with that one.
Are you trying to tell me most of this album stood out to you, man?
I mean, I'm just like, hey, there was some good ass shit on it. I was just asking you about them, you know what I mean? Like,
you're not the first person. Actually, almost everybody has told me that has listened to this. Even people that already liked my stuff have said this is my best album.
I mean, dude, you got some motherfucking bangers, bro. I'm fucking with a lot of that shit. So
the numbers are showing that it is absolutely my best album, or at least what people like. Haters. Let's see who did that. Godsynth did that beat.
Hell yeah.
And so, okay, I don't know if you're familiar with Playboy the Beast and a lot of the stuff he's going through with his. He's a very conservative guy.
Mm-hmm. Know of him, but I don't know like details.
Very conservative guy. I don't always agree with all of his politics, but I do agree with his right to voice them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's he's a great rapper. He is an absolutely amazing rapper and artist altogether. And I fuck with him as an artist. I fuck with him. Like I said, our politics don't always agree, but I'm not going to be the guy to trash somebody because, you know, I'm part Native American, so I don't like the government anyway.
Sure. Yeah. I get it.
So, here's the deal: is it just came out really well. You know, you got Playboy the Beast, who's absolutely super talented. Then you got Donnie Menace, who is absolutely super talented.
Oh yeah.
And it just came out great. And you know, when I write songs, I always want to write a hook that gets stuck in people's head.
Definitely.
Because to me, that's what the whole definition of hook means: is it hooks them in and makes them want to listen to the song.
Oh yeah.
If they can't remember the verses, that's one thing. But if they can't stop singing that hook, they're still gonna put that song on repeat because they can't stop singing the hook.
You got it. That's right. But real quick, another thing that I wanted to ask you about, because, like, you know, I've known you for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple years now, and seen many shows, and I've seen I'm pretty sure I have like all of your physical albums up to this one. But something that always stands out when Nyro releases something is the artwork. So was the same dude that's done all your past artwork, did he do this artwork, or was it somebody else?
You know, unfortunately, no. Evil Dead did Schizophrenia, Backlash, Stage to the Grave, and Backwards Bastard. And he also did 2 projects that I'll be releasing sometime later called Wanted and Gravel Marked Grave.
Dude, I didn't know Evil did those. Damn, that's crazy.
Evil did all those, but he started getting in some personal stuff in his life, and he just didn't really want to do art for a little bit. And then I was like, man, I want to do this album, but I don't want to use either of these previous album covers you did that I haven't used yet.
Sure.
On this album. So I hit up APOC from Whoop What, Alexander, and I said, can you do a style similar to this cartoon comic book style, but simplified?
Hell yeah.
And he said, well, I can try. I was like, okay, we'll try. And he came out with that Lost album, and it came out all right. I really enjoy that album cover. I think it depicts kind of the emotion and just the lost feeling you have when you're an artist. I got other albums that are coming out, album art that are done by one's called Dust to Dust, and that was done by Nasty Ink. And then he also is doing one called Blasphemy for me, which is pretty dope too. You'll see a lot more, particularly on Blasphemy. It's going to be very trappy, very dark, very bass heavy album.
That's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah.
And Dust to Dust is more of an emotional, what the world's going through, what I want to accomplish before I die type thing.
I gotcha. That's dope. That's dope. Well, fuck, dude. Sounds like you got the next few projects planned out, right?
Till I retire. I
think
I'm good till I retire.
There you go. Well, so let's talk about music videos, bro, because I recently saw that Schizo Love video. I think you put it out just a couple months ago, right? And it was a dope-ass video, man. What kind of videos you I know you're talking about doing one for the party video, but do you have anything else in mind video-wise coming out soon?
Okay. So, believe it or not, I actually hate doing music videos.
Really?
That's why I don't push them as hard as I do my actual music. I understand they're a necessary evil. Visuals are very important. I just hate doing them because I hate trying to act. You know, I hate trying to be something that I'm not. But Schizo Love was done by Corey and his people at Interview Under Fire, and they're really good people. But I do plan on doing one for Party. and I'll probably do a solo song one. It may be Coffin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was talking to a person to ask them if they could build an old school coffin, like the old pine box style coffin.
Hell yeah.
So I'll probably do Coffin too. And they'll probably be filmed by Corey and them if I can get them to do it, or somebody in the local DFW scene. Actually, party will be done by Klaz's brother, Eric.
Bro, and I wanted to say real quick, I recommend Michael Rashad, dude, because we just did me and Pac Manson just did a video with him, and bro, holy shit, I recommend him.
And see,
I'll just say that
I like giving money to the local people. So
hell yeah, that's what's up. You will be spending your money well, sir. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he blew me away, bro. Shit. But anyway, so that's dope, man. I'm very excited about fucking music videos, bro. Like, and that's why I'd ask you about it, because a lot of people around here don't fuck around with music videos for some reason, or like they just don't like go hard with them. So, but I know you do, so that's why I had to ask.
Well, it's you know, I don't really like them, but it's a necessary evil, man. Like, you can't do music right now without visuals. You got to have at least 1 or 2 visuals a year at least.
Oh, no kidding, no kidding. And the more the better, honestly. But but shit. All right, well, dope. And then so of course you're I know you mentioned earlier that you know, during the shout outs that you're going on a bunch of tours and stuff like that. Real quick, talk about that. Talk about In Your Ear Entertainment, right?
So In Your Ear Entertainment is a promotion company. And we bring shows to Texas, and we are actually expanding to Wisconsin.
Hell yeah.
And some other states, probably Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, and maybe even Minnesota and Oklahoma.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So no, and I mean, I just gotta shout you out real quick. It's a great way to get on decent tours and like shows that are actually worth it. So like anybody that out there trying to get on shows, check him out. Drew Smith, In Your Ear Entertainment, and then of course Funny Farm Records. Let's give y'all a shout out too.
Yeah, Funny Farm Records. We got me, Tim Torment, Robzilla, Champa, Mr. Fuentes, and Cryptic. And we're likely going to be adding another artist soon. You know, we're always scouting because
hell yeah.
You know, artists come and go. One of my friends, Suave, just retired from doing music on a serious level.
And that's a bummer too. Suave.
That's
bro.
a huge bummer.
It's a bummer, bro.
So dope.
His last album, fucking A, god damn it, that shit was out of control. And every time I see them live, bro, he fucking kills that shit.
And you know the thing is that had he started when he was younger, he probably would have blown up mainstream. Like, I mean, I'm not talking about like radio mainstream, but like Ghostbane Suicide Boys big mainstream.
Hell yeah.
Because of just the style he does.
Hell yeah. Dude, it's out of control. I recommend y'all try that out. Check that out. Suave Swag, bro. It's fucking fire as fuck, dude. But hell yeah. And of course,
we're particularly looking for a female artist and a younger artist that does more modern style.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Well, everybody, be ready to bring your dopest shit to the I don't know how you're gonna be scouting, motherfuckers, just in case anybody out there is trying to.
Well, we watch videos, we listen to music, we watch live feeds of performers, we scout them at shows. We're always constantly looking anywhere where, you know, the internet, real life, on social medias, on music streaming services. We're looking everywhere.
Hell yeah.
It's just it's really hard sometimes because we do prefer our artists be able to travel because we do tour. We're a touring label. That's what I mean. We got to go out of town.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely not kidding about that. So I know, and you're like the tour king out here. So, but
Yeah, I said last year I wasn't going to do any more than one tour a year anymore, and then 2021 hit, and it's like, oh no, we need you to do this, or I want to hire you to do this, I want to hire you to do that. I'm like, and I'll book stuff for people. I'll book a tour for somebody, and then they'll be like, whoa, you're not going? I was like, well, I'll go, but it costs more.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to stay away from my family for several weeks and not get more money.
True.
And they're like, well, that's fine as long as I don't have to deal with it. Well, great. Now I'm back on the road again. I do miss my family when I'm out. Unfortunately, I got to bring home money too. So
That's true. I mean, that's unfortunately part of the game we play, but fuck it. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. So, dope, bro. Well, I mean, it's been a great conversation so far, dude. And at this point, I want to bring up a topic that I talk to all of my guests about, and that is this. What is your biggest rock star moment?
My biggest rock star moment.
Yes.
Like where I felt like I had become something.
You fucking witnessed some crazy ass shit.
Oh, I'll give you some of everything.
Oh, dude, anything.
So as far as me feeling like a rock star, when much bigger names that make 6-7 digits a year hit me up and want to hire me to do booking for them.
Hell yeah,
that's a rock star moment, because those are connections that are worth money, and then they're willing to pay you money also.
Absolutely.
No, that's absolutely at the point where you're somebody. Because then, say if a local hits me up and says, "Hey, I want to hire you to do this, or I want you to book up a tour for me, but I ain't gonna pay you," I can just give them a list of these guys that are way bigger than they'll ever be, and say, "Hey, look, these guys pay me." That's why they're big. That's why they're making money, because they will pay me.
Hell yeah.
As far as crazy stories, oh man. So there's so many. I was on one of my first tours ever was with Team Guillotine, JP the Hustler and Insane Poetry.
Yeah.
And we were in St. Louis, Missouri, and this guy, a fan, was brought his girlfriend there, right? Okay, so all of a sudden this lady walks in and just starts slapping at him and putting her hand in his face. "You will never see so-and-so, our kid again," or whatever.
Ooh,
so
wow.
He has a wife. His wife showed up, and he's there with his girlfriend. And so he puts his hand up in her face, and she bites his finger off.
Oh, off. God damn.
Bites his finger off. It was the craziest thing. And I'm sitting here like, man, that's crazy. That was pretty nuts. Now, I've also been on several shows where the cops showed up. There's always some cops showing up. One time in Indiana, New Haven, shout out to Davis and Annette Bird for always supporting us out there. New Haven, Indiana, we were coming outside. It was after the show.
Yeah.
And this guy was just got in an argument with this other dude, got in a little fist fight. He's hauling ass in his truck. And he hits like this lamppost thing and rolls his truck.
Oh, fuck.
It's a little town. It's not a huge metroplex or anything. And he rolls his truck, and the cops had to come and show up. He had already ran. So they're there with his vehicle, with his license plate, registered to him, and he ran. And, like, it was crazy. There's always, it's hip hop, so there's always fights and always people acting stupid and stuff. There's just so much now that I do so many tours and I'm always traveling. There's always moments where I'm like, I can't believe this is happening, or I can't believe they're treating me this well, or all of that stuff. I at the same time of being just a self-proclaimed asshole that I am, I also have moments of being pretty shocked and in awe about some of the treatment I get that is good treatment.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm older, so I started music at a much older age. So I didn't expect all of this to go where it is so fast. There's you operate in DFW scene and in Texas and stuff, and you've traveled and stuff. But there's a lot of guys that have been doing it way longer than me. For me to be where I'm at, where I'm able to get out there and not have to take a financial hit to go out there, is a blessing. I'll never take that for granted. So I guess my whole life now is almost a rock star moment. Sort of, it's
that's what's
I'm
up.
living a life that I never thought I could, and we're not rich or anything, we're underground, but we, if it weren't for COVID, we'd be doing pretty decent,
No kidding.
It's all a blessing, man. It's all a blessing, and you're a rock star if you want to be.
Hell yeah. No joke. That's right.
It's a mentality.
That's right. All right. So dude, I just got like one more question for you before we get the fuck out of here. But because you're an artist and a promoter, I actually have two questions for you. So what is a tip that you can give as an artist, and then what is a tip that you can give as a promoter to somebody out there that's coming up?
Okay, as an artist, I would say know your value. Okay, now let me explain. That means not just think you're worth a lot, but know exactly what you're worth. Because if you are too cocky that you don't want to sell tickets or buy onto something of an artist that's bigger than you, then you have to be able to bring just as much as that artist. You have to know your worth, because nobody's going to give you a free ride. You have to earn that pay. You have to earn that ride. I'm just like everybody else. I started out selling units and having to buy on the stuff. And if you do it a lot and you grind at it real hard, it doesn't take nothing but a year or two to get to the point where you can make money.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long, but you have to be consistent. You have to be constant. You have to the promoters have to know that your money is good. They have to know that your draw is good. They have to know that they can rely on these numbers from you. And to know your value. If a promoter undercuts you, or if they're not giving you the due respect that you think you deserve, either tell them what you think you deserve or don't work with them. A lot of promoters there has to be a middle ground with these artists and promoters, because it's a team thing. And the promoters need to give these artists a chance to earn money without the promoters losing their ass investing in artists that don't have draw. As you know how I like to do it, I always do. I need you to sell this minimum amount. This is the deposit, and I'll give you plenty of tickets to make money to get in your pocket. That's how I like to do it, because that makes sure I don't lose money off investing in somebody, but that also makes sure that they can make money, whether they're local or not. And that's so important, to know your value as an artist. As far as a promoter, do you want me as a promoter to give artists advice, or as a promoter to give promoters advice?
No, a promoter to give artists advice.
Stay humble. I've worked, as you said, I've worked all sides of this spectrum. So I know what an artist is going to tell me. Oh, I don't buy on the shows, or, oh, I don't sell tickets. I know that mentality. I've had that mentality before. It doesn't work if you don't have a name. Stay humble, sell your tickets or promote your shows as best you can, and promoters will notice that you're working hard. They pay attention. The reason why promoters will pay attention when you work hard is because you are helping them not starve to death. So they're appreciative if you help them not starve to death. Now, if you don't post until 2 days before the show, and if you don't bring anybody but your girlfriend every time, why would they do that when they can get somebody from Kansas or Oklahoma or another state to come all this way and pay to play when you won't even try to promote the show? You bring no value to the show. Artists got to understand there's a lot of talented guys out there, a lot of talented guys. And it's always the hungriest that gets fed. The problem with there being a lot of talented guys is if you don't work, it's next guy up.
That's right.
And you got guys that have spent thousands and hundreds on shows. Like I tell people, it's no joke. I lost 50 grand before I started making money. Think about how much that is to the average person. A lot of people don't even make that in a year. So think about, me spending all my savings, everything I had, to try to make something out of this. And then, for me as a promoter, when artists tell me, well, and they've only been doing music a year or two, they tell me they deserve to get paid. And I've never seen them bring numbers before. I've never worked with them before. That's always what I tell them. I tell them what I went through. Because a lot of these artists assume that all these promoters don't know what it's like. But a lot of us do. Anthony Stevenson, who owns Come and Take It Live in Austin. He's toured in music. Chris Pallone, who runs Rail Club, he's toured in music. Chaz, who owns Haltom, he's been in the film industry. And he knows what it takes to invest in stuff like entertainment. A lot of these guys that own venues have an idea of what it takes to make it in the entertainment industry. So when we assume that they're just taking advantage of us or using us, it's very ignorant, because most of them work just as hard as us, if not harder. Not all of them. Not all of them.
Let's be real. Like, why not try hard? Because, like, if you think they are trying to use you, like, how much are they using you for? Like, maybe $100, bro. Come on, calm the fuck down. Calm your tits.
And a lot of them, and there are some bad promoters that do use everybody and don't work. They expect you to do everything. You all know about those certain companies that they have websites and you can sign up for their local showcases. And pay to get on and all that. We know these companies. I don't have to take shots or anything, but those are the guys that are using you. It's not me or these venue owners that are guys out there, doing the same thing you're doing as an artist. So it's to be humble and to approach it as a team thing. If somebody says, can you sell 10 tickets? And you can't, be honest about it. Say, I don't think I can. If you can, say, yeah, I'll sell 10 tickets, man. Can I get a few extra so I can make some pocket money? Almost all of them will do that. Because if you cover their base cost, they want you to eat too. It's just stay humble. It's a hard game, and it's very frustrating, because you work really hard. I've seen you work hard.
Appreciate it, man.
And I know you've probably been frustrated more than once.
Okay.
Because you put all this money in and you put all this time in, you put all your heart and soul in this, and you feel like you're not getting anything back. But you are. You just don't recognize it. You know how you are when somebody hits you up and says, hey, when am I going to see you live again? Or, hey, that song was dope. Those are perfect examples of you reaching somebody, but we take those for granted. We think just because one person said this is not a big deal. No, it is a big deal. Every single new fan you get is a big deal. So if you're having to sell tickets to get on a show and there's only 20 people there, but you leave that show with 3 new fans that pay for merch, that buy tickets to your next show. That is totally worth it to me, because those fans will stack up until you got hundreds, thousands, millions of fans. It's a constant grind that we have to stay humble and remind ourselves that it is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is a long-term investment. And that's all I can say about that, man, is that you just don't get discouraged with it. Stay humble, stay honest. Don't overvalue yourself. Don't undervalue yourself. Just know your value. So.
Dope, man. Dope. I appreciate that, man. That was dope. So real quick, let's wrap it up. Give me all the outro plugs once again. Just reiterate your social media, website, all that kind of shit. Everything you got coming up.
It's Nyro the Madman at Instagram and Twitter, and then the real Nyro the Madman at Facebook. We got the Insane Poetry Wicked Calligraphy tour in February. We got the Requiem of the Dead tour with Nyro the Madman and Frodo the Ghost in March. And then we got a COVID permitting, we got a FFR Invasion tour of Australia in April. Yeah. But we also got Klaz. He's doing his all 3 release party show in April for his Revenge album. And I've heard, I don't know yet, and I can't say it yet, but I've heard he's bringing out some underground legends that we haven't seen in a long time, or we don't see hardly at all.
Hell yeah.
So that's a big one to look out for if you want to get on a show that's going to have some old heads on it that don't go to shows normally and get a chance to build the scene out there with that one. So there's a lot going on, and I would mention a whole lot of other stuff that I got going on, but it's way out in the year. Like I'm going out on tour in October with T-Ride, and we've got a European thing we're planning and everything else. But those are the big 3 coming up in the next 3 months that we're focusing on right now. And don't forget to get the Lost album, Nyro the Madman, Lost. If you don't want to buy it, go stream it. It's everywhere, even YouTube for you broke people. We got you. It's everywhere.
Hell yeah, everybody. Well, yeah, get the fuck out there and listen to that album because it's definitely got some motherfucking bangers on it. I enjoyed it myself. But everybody make some noise once again for Nyro the Madman. And thank you, Nyro the Madman, for joining me today, bro. I appreciate it. Always a pleasure. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. And RCX out. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the RCX show. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and of course check out the description. And I got all the guests, social media, YouTube, all that stuff in the description of the video. So make sure you give them a follow, a subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course check my music out on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream music. Make sure to give me a follow out there. I got new music coming, especially in 2021. And then finally, if you want early access to that new music plus exclusive content you can't get anywhere else, you know, new music every month, early access to music videos, podcasts, all that kind of stuff, jump on over to patreon.com/officialrcx and subscribe to either the $3 or the $5 level, and let's get things popping, man. Let's get them numbers up, up, up. And this is RCX.